Round of applause to all of you who have subscribed to Bears Now because we reached 52,000 subscribers yesterday. The road to 53K starts today, so subscribe and join the fam if you haven't yet here at Bears Now. And for those of you who have, pat yourself on the back. It's 52,000 subs, quite an accomplishment here on this channel. Injury reports have come out for today, some other news items. So let's jump on in to today's show. I'm Harrison Graham, and you are watching Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports, and today's show presented by a brand new sponsor that we're excited to share with you guys. It is Vincero Collective. They have high, stylish watches and other items that you guys can get for a limited time only, 20% off when you go to our link below, vincerocollective.com/chat. Use promo code CHAT to get 20% off and free shipping. We'll tell you a little bit more about Vincero Collective a little later on in the show. Welcome in. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's show. We got some news to attend to on the docket today, some injury stuff later on, so stick around for that. But Aaron Rodgers did meet with the media today, and he hyped up one Roquan Smith, kind of after Roquan hyped up Rodgers a little bit the other day. You wonder if there's some chess being played, but he called him a difference maker, said he can do it all. Here's a larger quote from Rodgers. He says he can do it all. He's one of the top guys at his position for sure. I like the way he goes about his business. He's very kind of low-key, classy, plays hard to the whistle. Every now and then you hear a little trash talk, which he's good at. Wouldn't have minded if he got traded in training camp, but got a lot of respect for him. Roquan the other day, of course, said, this guy is one of the greatest to ever play the game. As a competitor myself, I love going against people like that. I'm sure he'll be a little bit angry after this last game. Hey, you wouldn't want it any other way. Get the best version of him. Then we get the dub, and it will be even sweeter. Obviously, there's mutual respect between individual players on these teams. Now, obviously, they can't stand each other as teams. This is arguably the biggest rivalry in the NFL, if not the biggest one, certainly one of the longest ones. But, of course, there's some mutual respect. That being said, respect goes out the windows in between the lines on Sunday. Like, it's time to strap up and play FGB. You guys know what the drill is. But this is going to be a team or a matchup that has historically favored Green Bay in recent years. But Roquan, Aaron Rodgers, these guys respect each other, but don't bite the cheese, Roquan. Don't fall into that trap because we got a big matchup coming up in just 3 days. Who you got on Sunday Night Football? Type CHI for the Bears, type GB for the Packers. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so let us know who you got in this big NFC North matchup on Sunday. Let's talk about the offensive line, the right guard rotation. Is that going to continue between Lucas Patrick and Tevin Jenkins? Luke Getsy talked about how he was impressed with both and how they played on Sunday against San Francisco. Here's more from Getsy. He says, look, fortunately, we don't have to make that decision yet. We'll keep going with what we feel is best each week, and we'll take it one day at a time. And based on this quote from Getsy, I'm guessing Lucas Patrick can't snap the football yet. I'm guessing he will not play center Sunday night against his former team. That will still continue to see that rotation potentially at right guard. Maybe if one's playing better than the other, Jenkins versus Patrick, that person will get more snaps. But for now, I think that's what we will see. I've got more thoughts on the offensive line coming up here in just a second. But I want to tell you guys a little bit more about our sponsor today. That is Vincero Collective. Listen, you can get 20% off plus free shipping of their stylish watches and other items at vincerocollective.com/chat. And when I think of Vincero Collective, 3 words come to mind when I look at these watches. That is stylish, quality, and versatility. Because Vincero designs everything in-house, sources their own materials, and produces in small batches. They are committed to doing things well or not at all. They are known for exceptionally crafted and ethically made products for today's most ambitious people, modern pieces that upgrade your look and stand the test of mine. But don't take my word for it. Take the word of over 30,000 5-star reviews that have been left, featured in Forbes, Business Insider, and Newsweek, just to name a few. Vincero Collective has tested out very well for several years. I'm actually rocking the Vincero's Kairos Mesh Gunmetal watch. Really comfortable, really stylish, matching my shirt today a little bit as well. What's cool about this watch, it's already less than $180, and you can get 20% off plus free shipping with promo code CHAT at vincerocollective.com/chat. Up your style game at the end of the year when you win your fantasy football league. Be like, yeah, I already bought bought this watch. Now I'm going to buy a couple more when I cash out. You got to be looking good when you pick up that trophy. VinceroCollective.com/chat, 20% off plus free shipping. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the offensive line. So this is what I expect it to look like once again for the opening drive, with Patrick potentially rotating in at right guard. Now, long term, you want Patrick to start at center, although Sam Mustipher has played fairly well. I think the perfect ideal starting line would be Patrick in there at center and Jenkins at right guard. I'm okay with the rotation for now, but it can't be permanent in my opinion. I don't think it's healthy long term. I would probably expect to see it for at least one more week at right guard, but I also wouldn't be opposed to Tevin Jenkins getting more run because I thought he played a little bit better than Patrick last week, but this staff knows best. They've earned trust at least up to this point. Let's see how it plays out on Sunday. Now pick a right guard. If you could only roll with one guy, who would you like to see out there? Type LP for Lucas Patrick, type TJ for Tevin Jenkins. I would roll with Jenkins, but again, I'm okay with the rotation for now. Curious to see what Bears fans think on this one. All right, are the Bears not worried about the past when it comes to this rivalry with Green Bay? I mean, history suggests there should be some concern. 5-24 against Aaron Rodgers. Packers have won 11 out of the past 12 matchups, including 6 straight. But Alan Williams, the defensive coordinator, and this Bears coaching staff has kind of made the message clear to this team of like, hey, this is a new team. This is a different year. Like, there's no point in dwelling about the past. He says don't buy into that doom and gloom that's being sold to you online. More from Williams here. He says, hey, we try to tell the guys don't drink the Kool-Aid of what the media is trying to sell, that there's doom and gloom and doom in Green Bay. Don't fall into that trap. And I think last week, with this team bouncing back from early adversity against San Francisco, showed that they're not going to back down. Sure, this isn't going to be a perfect team. This isn't the most talented team, but the attitude is there. They're not going to worry about, oh, here we go again with Green Bay. We can't beat these guys. First of all, 2/3 of the roster is basically brand new, so that's number one. And number two, you've got new leadership saying, hey, last year doesn't matter. The last 5 years, 10 years don't matter. All of that matters is the task at hand, and that's trying to beat the Packers on Sunday. And I think this quote from Luke Getsy on Justin Fields kind of is carried over through the full team. He said, I was really impressed by how he handled every situation, talking about how he played against the 49ers. That whole time, the dude was stone cold. He was ready to go. There was no woe is me in that young man. And when your leader stays calm, that resonates with the entire team. That goes a long way. And I really think this team is a very calm, positive attitude type of team right now. Justin Fields talked about Getsy cracking a smile at halftime despite the Bears having 0 points last Sunday. He said that calmed them down, that gave them confidence going into the second half, and that this coaching staff keeps this squad ready to go. Doesn't mean they're going to win, doesn't mean that that's going to always translate to playing good football, but what it does mean is this team's going to fight until the end, and I think we're going to see that on Sunday night. Packers Hate Week continues. You know what to do. Type FGB in the comment section below. Get the FGB spam, and you can tweet it out as well. Let's make this movement go nationwide before Sunday Night Football. All right, before we sign off, some injury stuff. Injury report for the Bears. Kari Blasingame did not practice today. Personal issue. I'm not really concerned there. I expect him back tomorrow. Velus Jones Jr. didn't practice, hamstring, limited yesterday, didn't practice today. That tells me the hammy didn't hold up after yesterday's workout. Riley Reif, who was limited yesterday, he was a full participant today with a shoulder issue, so that's good to see the swing tackle ready to go. Packers injury report, much more crowded. David Bakhtiari, who was limited yesterday, did not practice today with the knee injury. Could be for the second week in a row. The Bears dodge a bullet in terms of playing an all-pro caliber player. Didn't face George Kittle last week. May not have to face Bakhtiari this week. John Runyon still out with that concussion as well. Mercedes Lewis, just a veteran rest day. I expect him to play. Elton Jenkins limited with the knee. He did not play last week. We'll see if he's able to go. Same with Alan Lazard, who was limited with an ankle. And then Jake Hansen, Keyshawn Nixon, Quay Walker, all full participants. They should be good to go. Clearly, these are the setbacks and the ones to kind of keep that closest eye on. Velus Jones did not practice. David Bakhtiari did not practice. They were both limited yesterday. That tells me their bodies did not respond the way that these coaching staffs and training staffs wanted to. So that's a bummer for both teams. But let's be honest. I think Bakhtiari being out for Green Bay would be a bigger deal than Velus Jones being out for Chicago. We'll see what the Friday injury reports tell us, which is why you should subscribe, because we will have another video for you guys tomorrow. Stay locked in. Hey, We're getting close. 3 days away from Sunday Night Football. I am anxious and eager to see how this team stacks up early on in the year against their hated rivals. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow here on Bears Now.